Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Intelligent Moron with Alex Silva. Today is Thursday, July 21st. Now, we are in past the midpoint of the year, past the nearly halfway through summer, nearly halfway through this summer heat. And I gotta say, I'm happy about that. Now, normally, I don't really give a whole lot of... I don't really care about summer because I'm an adult. And I don't need it for it to be summer for me to do stuff, to do activities. But since we are already halfway through summer, technically, normally, if I was younger, I'd be very, very depressed. I'd be like, no, that means I gotta go back to school and be dreaded and have homework. But since that's no longer the case, your boy is kind of happy about that. That means that the cooler weather is even closer than it was before summer started. Now, don't get me wrong. I still enjoy the vibes of summer. You know, barbecues, cookouts, beaches. Although I haven't been to many of those this summer. It's been a busy summer for your boy. But, you know, one can only love the atmosphere of that. Even if he has not experienced it himself. Even if it's like from afar. Or people have talked about it. Or people have experienced it. That also brightens my day. It brightens my day to know that people are enjoying their season of summer. And that they're having the best time of their life. Because that's all you really can do at this point, right? I mean, sure, it's hot. It's hot everywhere in the country if you think about it. Doesn't matter where you are. It's going to be not cool. It's going to be warm, no matter where you are. I mean, it is the season of summer. You know, I've never been to any of the countries on the other side of the... is it the equator or the hemisphere that cuts the Earth in half? From not like left and right, but or east and west, but like north and south, like... I can't remember which one it was. I wasn't a very good student. But you know how you're kind of taught as a kid about equinoxes and solstices and seasons and why it's hot and why it's cold because of the angle at which the Earth is, and when it rotates around the sun, the angle changes, and that's why it's warm and cool in all these seasons. I've never been to the other side of the, I'm going to go with equator during the summer months that I know of. Like, if I'm living in Argentina right now, like if I'm in Argentina, is it winter there? Is it snowing there? Is it chilly? Is it not hot? You know, just because I'm curious, I'm going to do a little bit of research and see if that's true. What's a city in Argentina that I can just look up off the top of my head? Buenos Aires, Argentina. What's the weather like right now? Let's see, there we go. It's 58 degrees there. At the time of this recording, it is 58 degrees in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Or is it Argentina? How do you pronounce that in Argentine? Is it called Argentine? Is that what they speak, or do they speak Spanish? I have no idea. I'm pretty sure they speak Spanish, or do you just call the people there Argentines or Argentinian? What's the proper way to address their ethnicity from where they're, or not ethnicity, but their country? American. You got Mexican, Italian, English, Japanese, Chinese, Argentinian, Sounds about right. Or it could be Argentine, Colombian, Brazilian. Yeah, I'm going to go with Argentine. But yeah, it's their winter at the moment. It's soon to be, I guess their summer is coming up, or maybe their spring, I guess, would be first, right? But I've never really, I've wanted to go to many countries as I've gotten older, and probably shouldn't, because when you're getting older, you're not as energetic or as energized as you were when you were a kid, or a young adult at least. You the want to go and explore places, the want to go and see the world, see the sights and sounds of other cultures. Which I guess when you're a young kid at a college, maybe even in college, and let's say you study abroad and you go to Europe, and you go to like a place like maybe, London, Madrid, places like that. I mean, when you're that young, that's got to be awesome, right? Like being in Europe at a young age, studying. I mean, that's what it's called, right? You're studying abroad, but like, are they really studying? I mean, come on. You can't possibly tell me that they just go there to study. And what are you studying about? Just are you being taught the same curriculum as you would be if you were at a semester, at the university that you're attending, or is it like is it just going to be, European curriculum? What's that like? I have no idea. Never done it. I would have loved to, but I was never invited. I guess I wasn't smart enough to go and, be in school with them. I don't. Does the school also pay for that too? Like, would the school have paid for my expenses to go to Spain or England for, I guess, a semester to study, air quotes? I don't know. I never had that luxury. I never knew anybody who. None of my friends even did that either. Like, but is it? Do you have to like pay for that, or you have to seek that out, or you just get selected because you're smart enough to do it? Or maybe my school just didn't really do it. I don't know. Or you got to be a specific major. You got to like maybe study language, or like study, shit that nobody cares about. I don't know. Sorry for my language. Excuse me. But there's just some things in school where, you're just like, why? I'm taking this just for units, right? Like, come on. I don't need to know about, philosophy, or what, stuff like that, or critical thinking, or like, even math for some, people. Like, I don't need to know any more math. I'm good. I'm Gucci. 2 + 2 is 4. Right? I'm cool. I can add and subtract, divide, multiply, fast enough where I can get by. And I'm not going to be shamed. I'm not going to be like, no one's going to be like, oh, you don't know the Pythagorean theorem? What? Like, first of all, if you know the Pythagorean theorem, when you're out of college and not even doing it every day, you're a nerd. Like, I know it's like a squared plus b squared equals c squared, or e equals mc squared, whatever it is. It's like, I don't need to know this. I'm not no engineer. I'm no scientist. I'm no chef. I don't need to know this. It's bogus, to me at least. Even English, like, there's so many words that I don't even know, like, properly how to use. And shit, I mean, like, I read some article like with a bunch of words I've never seen. It's like, shit, well, you lost a reader. Bye. Get out of here. I ain't gonna read that, and even gonna try if you're gonna use this fancy language on me. Just silly. Of course, like, I would, look up words in the dictionary and be like, what does this actually mean? The dictionary, what a creation, by the way. When's the last time you held a dictionary in your hand? And last time I did it, like maybe a decade ago, right? Maybe even more than a decade, held a dictionary in my hand. I'm like, oh, this is a book of knowledge. This will tell me what things actually mean. This is unbelievable. And you know what? I always kind of look down on the dictionaries that were smaller than like the big ones. I was like, whoa, hold on. What is this? I'm being cheated out of words here. Like, this one is the size of like 3 Bibles put together, but this one like goes into my pocket. Like, why would I even buy that? It has like maybe 25 words. This one's got like 20 million. I don't even know if there's that many words in language, but like, you got to be kidding me, right? Like, there's no way. I'm not gonna use this one. Get the hell out of here. You're setting me up for failure. And now dictionaries are just online, right? Webster's, Prime Meridian, Scholastic, Urban, they're all online. You can just go there and look up words and see what they mean. And, you start using them in your lingo. Like cap has many, many words or meanings, I guess, that you can say. Cap means, a slang for a hat or slang for a, thing to put on your head, like a baseball cap. You also say, that's cap, which is, I guess means like you're joking or you're full of shit or that's not true. Yeah, and then there you go. Multiple ways to utilize a word. Maybe cap is like cap him at that amount or that number. Cap him right there, like limit or cut off. I'm smart. I knew things. I still do. I know a lot of things. I know a ton of things. People underestimate me. They think that I'm some kind of, imbecile, some kind of loser, which I'm not. Be it as it may. I don't know if I'm using this correctly, but you can think whatever the hell you want of me. The only person who really knows who I am is me. Maybe my mother, maybe, but that's about it. 2 people, maybe my father too. 3, okay, maybe my family, maybe my entire family, but whatever. Enough is enough. That's enough people to know who I am, and I'm okay with that. Completely okay with that. Because those are the people that I love. Those are the people that I actually love. And I don't care if they know who I am. I'm not trying to be secretive. If I'm coming across as, why is Alex being so, mischievous or so secretive or so protected? I'm not trying to be. It's just like, you have to be aware of how you present yourself and how other people view you, because I know I've always preached like you shouldn't have to always want to or pander to make people like you and create this vision that you are this person when you're really not that person at all. But it's tough though, because we're a social animal and we love other people and we love getting approved and having approval of other people. It's kind of just in our nature. I don't know how to explain it, why we like that. Maybe it's some kind of brain endorphin. Maybe it's some kind of high, like a natural high, when you get people to agree with you or like what you said, and you're like, oh, I love that. Let me keep doing that. I don't know. I really don't know. But it just kind of makes you feel good. Some people say they love exercising and it makes them feel good. I love when people like what I said or agree with what I said or understand the point that I'm trying to make. That's what feels amazing to me. That's what makes me feel good. But I think that's with everybody too. And so is exercising too. I think objectively when you exercise, anybody who exercises, in shape, out of shape, whatever, you objectively feel so much better after you work out. And it's like, well, I gotta start doing that. I should do that more because I do enjoy that feeling. I do enjoy it. But it's like, do I have the time? And people always say, like, if you don't have the time, make the time. That's harder than you think. You only got so much time during the day to complete tasks. and to do things that, for one, you have to do because you have no other choice, and to be, part of society, you must do these things. Two, your responsibilities, right? Your chores, all, cleaning, chores, whatever you have to do, go shopping, stuff like that, buying food, making food, and then things that give you joy in life, like, I don't know, seeing your friends, playing video games, buying something that you're not supposed to buy. I'm really, really tight with my money. I don't like to spend any of my money because it's not like I have no money. I have money, but like every time I spend something, any type of money on something that I'm like, did I really need that? I always have that second guess in my head. Like, I'm in this predicament right now where I have AirPods Pro. I love them to death. I always use them all the time. But they do run out of battery eventually, and I have to charge them up again. And if I don't want to stop listening to something or watching something or, whatever I'm doing with it, like, I need to replace, I need to get some actual wired headphones. That way I could have a safeguard. That way, in case, I'm listening to a podcast or really into some music or, whatever, and I need the headphones now, I have a spare and I could, fall back on these. This is something that I absolutely need to purchase. However, I'm a big fan of the Apple earbuds, right? The earpods, sorry. I feel like that they're pretty well, decent, wired headphones that don't cost a whole lot and have actually pretty good sound quality. However, I see the prices, in stores and online, and I always think to myself, this will be such a stupid purchase for me to go, for both reasons, for me to go somewhere to purchase these, to eventually spend like maybe 20 some odd dollars, including taxes and everything, and then the gas to get there and back, and then the energy to go get that, the energy to get up and go get them, and then come back and be like, I spent this much money, exerted this much energy for these. It doesn't feel worth it. Same with ordering it online. Online, if I was to buy them on Amazon with taxes and shipping because I got Amazon Prime, it would still come out to be like 19 something, and I would have to wait for that to arrive in a little package. Both ways seem so not worth it to me, but I need them, right? I need them. I have to get them eventually. But in my mind, in my sick, twisted mind, I guess I'm cheap, I can't muster up the courage to purchase these either way. I just can't do it. No matter if they're on sale, if they're discounted, if whatever, I can't muster up the will to purchase earpods. I just can't do it. I might need a therapist on that. I might need a therapist, but I don't know if that's gonna work though, because like, is there a therapist specializing in seeing people who are too cheap? I don't think so. I mean, like, Mr. Krabs, he was cheap as hell, and he ended up pretty fine. Like, maybe I'm just a cheap person. Maybe I just need to suck it up and just, deal with my sickness that I am cheap. I just, and I've been talking about this a couple times on this podcast that, I've been like, I'm not saying that I'm cheap and stuff like that, but I think I'm just, I just have to admit it and be like, yo, I'm coming out as cheap. I just, what am I supposed to say? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea what to do. Rather just admit that I'm cheap. I know it's tough. It really is tough. Especially when there's stuff like, prices and inflation that's happening. Like, dude, I recently bought a burrito at Chipotle, right? I remember back in 2020, 2019, around there. I would say like maybe 2020, like mid 2020, right? Like early pandemic days. A steak burrito at Chipotle was around 9 something. I recently just bought the same burrito with the same stuff in it. It cost me $11.06. That went up like $2 within the span of 2 years. And it wasn't even like the bestly made burrito. It was kind of small. I ain't gonna lie. That's what she said. And I was just I was very disappointed. And I was like, I cannot believe that I just spent $11.06 on this piece of shit burrito that's not even that great or big. It's like, what have I done? And I was like literally like stewing on that decision the entire like rest of my day. I was like, what the hell? What have I done? What have I actually done? And I looked at my bank account and I see, oh, that purchase of $11.06. Oh, that kills me so much. Like I could have used that money for something else. And in hindsight, I would never have used it for anything else more. I guess I just have a fear of the money just, I guess like it just, coming out of my bank account, it's not a great feeling. But you know what? I've been like this for a while. I think that this is just me. I think I just gotta accept who I am for what it is. I'm a cheap bastard. There's no way of getting around it. It's just nothing in my mind will ever find a legitimate reason for me to purchase something being as cheap as a burrito, even though I think that burrito is incredibly expensive. Some people will be like, that's cheap as hell, man. That is so cheap. Well, not to me, sir. I guess I have some kind of sick relationship with money where it's like I like seeing the number go up, and when it goes down, I'm like, what happened? Why did I do this? Like, what was I thinking? Why would even like stuff like, that I'm paying for like Netflix and Disney Plus and Amazon, when that shit, drains out every month, I'm like, oof, I get like a pain in my side. Like this is killing me. It's just not a good feeling for me. And some people can just spend on dumb shit that they don't even need, that they just want. For what? Just to look at it a couple times and that's it. I guess those people are just happier than I am, I think. Like, maybe if I, treated myself more and bought some stuff that was cool as shit and actually did stuff with them and, like, maybe went out more and spent money on stuff to go have fun, maybe I would be a happier person. Maybe I would be, I wouldn't be as, I'm not saying that I'm, sad. I'm just like not, I don't got no stuff. I don't know. I really don't, because buying stuff in one way can make you really happy, and I've experienced that when I bought some stuff that was a big purchase of mine, and I was happy about it that I did it. I'm like, this, I feel good. Like I feel so good because I got this new thing. And it's so cool. It could do this. It could do that. I'm like, yeah, I like this. I did it. I made a good decision. But lately, there's nothing out there that I really want. And I think that could be like, is it just me being, unsure of things and being undecisive, or is it something else? I always like to say that I already have everything that I need. I have a car. I have a phone. I have clothes. I have, a TV. I have a bed. I have a desk. I mean, I am solid, right? It's like I have food. I'm good. I don't need to buy this cool ass chair because I already got a chair that does the same thing that this new chair would do, but I would have less money. And don't even get me started on gas, man. I am on this kick of only putting in $20 every time I need gas, because I can't muster up the courage to spend $50+, even pushing $60 on a full tank of gas in California. I can't do it. I don't know how people just willy-nilly just like boop, and just let it Let it flow. Let it. You just see those numbers climb and climb and climb, and then seeing the gas number just barely make it every second, just go up one little digit. It's really a tough sight to see. I mean, it's super sad, and maybe it's because I need the enjoyment of getting a full tank of gas. Maybe that's what I need to make myself happy, because there is not a better feeling in the world than having a full tank of gas. Well, maybe if it was free. Maybe if it was free. Like maybe the dealership gave you a free tank of gas, or maybe somebody bought you gas or paid for your gas. That's actually a better feeling. But putting in money, especially when it wasn't as expensive as it is now, getting a full tank of gas was pretty sick. Now it hurts. That's why I've avoided it for this long. As I saw it when it was getting bad, I'm like, I can't afford to do this. We're doing $20 now, $20 flat, and the people hate that. Like the employees at these gas stations, they do not like when I give them $20 and $20 on number one, 20 on number two. They're like, okay. They want me to spend more, but I just can't do it. I can't do it. It doesn't seem like a smart decision. It seems like a very idiotic one that will bite me in the ass, and I won't feel good about it. And I know that I won't. I know I won't. But maybe I should experiment. Maybe I should actually just do it and see what it feels like. Give it a whirl. Try it out. Maybe I'll be happier, or maybe not. Maybe I'll be incredibly, incredibly sad. I'm not sure. Hopefully that, it gets better. Hopefully I figure out what's happening in my brain. I could really use the knowledge, do I have critical cheapness? Am I critical? Is it over? Is my life over? Will I never spend more than the whatever that I need to spend to live? Or will I just, evolve and become a money spender? I could never imagine myself doing that anyway. Could never really ever see myself doing that. But you never know. There's always room for change. Change will happen. Change always happens. For better or for worse. We'll see. For better or for worse. Isn't that what we say when you're getting married? When you tie the knot? Like, do you take this person for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, till death do you part? Isn't that a line that you're supposed to say? Isn't that a line that's like, in every service of a wedding, or that, pretty much every wedding service that you ever hear, that the priest or the pastor or the official or the juror says? I don't know. I haven't been to that many weddings in a courthouse, but speaking of marriages, the internet, well, not really internet, but the model sensation, this is a little bit of pop culture talk by your boy, Emily Ratajkowski. You know her from Blurred Lines. Strikingly beautiful woman. Strikingly beautiful. Is now divorced, apparently. And, she married some it looked like a nobody, honestly. No real big time celebrity. They had a kid. Cool. But she's now single. So, as every man has probably ever done, tweeted at her, DM'd her, like, hey, how's it going? I'm also single. I'm going to shoot my shot right now. It's your boy, Al. Miss Emily, I'm single. I have a podcast. It's pretty fire, pretty lit. You should check it out. It's called The Intelligent Moron with Alex Silva, yours truly. Check it out. Listen to it. Feel it out. DM me. I'm on the Twitter. I'm on Instagram. Check it out. Check me out. Heard you're single, by the way. Could definitely, I'm single too. So we have that in common. Check it. Let's see. Just wonder what's going to happen. I only have the world's biggest podcast, so I think it's a match made in heaven. You're a beautiful woman. I'm a beautiful man. Let's make it happen. What say you? That's it, though. That's it. That's my shot. Maybe a date, cup of coffee, maybe get some cheese pizza. Who knows? Well, do you like cheese pizza? Try it out. Moving on. That was horrible, but she might see it, right? There's always a. So you're telling me there's a chance? It's possible. I actually want to talk a little bit about sports right now. A little bit about sports. As you know, it's already passed. The All-Star break and the Home Run Derby for Major League Baseball has already passed, and it's gone by quick as hell. But I wanted to talk about the All-Star game itself. Obviously, if you watched it, the American League beat the National League 3-2. Pretty exciting beginning game, but kind of just became like a pitching duel, and the best players weren't playing or weren't hitting anymore. So it's like, okay, now the star power's gone, and like it became less competitive, or the competitiveness was there throughout the game, but the level of it just kind of dipped ever since. But I will say this though, the All-Star game was actually pretty entertaining. I will say that, like the fact that they had a bunch of hype around it, the fact that it was in the beautiful Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, which, I mean, come on, why has it not been there? Why has it not been there more frequently? Like Dodger Stadium is a beautiful, beautiful ballpark. Like there is I think it's like the most beautiful ballpark in America. I mean, I've seen Yankee Stadium, I've seen Fenway Park, I've seen Wrigley Field. They don't even come close to Dodger Stadium. I mean, am I wrong? I mean, I don't think so. I mean, like the absolute perfectness of the symmetry of the field, with the seats, with the Dodgers logo in the front and the back, the lights, the bleachers, how big the stadium is, how many people it fits. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. In the backdrop of the mountains in Los Angeles and the sunsets. I mean, honestly, fuck all these other ballparks. Oracle Park, they all suck. I mean, just look at how beautiful. And everybody was saying it too. Like, Dodger Stadium looks amazing. Like, why? It's like, yeah, why have we not been having All-Star games at this place every other couple years? What are we doing? Yet we're having them in shittier stadiums. Like, I don't know, where were we having last year? Was it Colorado? Okay, not as glitzy and glamoury as Dodger Stadium, which is in LA. That's where the stars are. These are MLB's brightest stars. Why are they not always in Dodger Stadium? I mean, come on. And the stadium was packed. It was full to the brim of mainly Dodgers fans and other fans as well. And as a Dodgers diehard fan, it was such a joy to see how many people booed Manny Machado in the lineup introductions, because I mean, I was so on board when Manny Machado signed with the Dodgers, but the way he went out on the team and claimed to not be a hustler, like he didn't want to hustle when he played baseball, that rubbed me the wrong way. And I'm like, dude, you're making millions and millions of dollars playing a child's game. The least you can do is give a little effort and give a little hustle. Like, give me a break. And then we traded him the following season, and he was done. And just like, he hates Dodgers fans now, and rightfully so. We don't like him, and it's just like I enjoy when the fans remain loyal and they have a common enemy, and that man is Manny Machado. And of course everybody else on the Padres and the Giants too. Fuck those guys. But we had the Dodgers fans were loud and proud at that All-Star game. And by the way, the show itself, of the All-Star game too, you had Big Papi energizing everybody, getting everybody pumped up, interviewing the players. You had players on the field mic'd up, like Giancarlo Stanton, Aaron Judge. You had interviews with people who hit home runs, like Stanton and Paul Goldschmidt. Overall, it was just a very fun vibe. Interviews with Garrett Cole and Max Fried, in both separate dugouts, two pitchers that are just, talking amongst each other. It was a cool It was a fun All-Star game. I have to admit that. I think it's the best because baseball is a lot of waiting around and stopping and going and waiting in between pitches. And during that time, I mean, shoot, you can mic up every position player and they can just have them chatting, and it's just like it's gold. Like, they got to keep doing that. They got to keep doing that because that is a good idea to get their on-field perspective, especially if you're watching on TV. It's so much fun. And I actually predicted the amount of home runs that they were going to hit. I predicted 3. People were predicting 4. Someone was predicting 8. I'm like, nah, it's going to be 3. And sure enough, it was 3. Right? We got Paul Goldschmidt, number 1, Stanton, number 2, and then Byron Buxton, number 3. I predicted 3 home runs, and it happened. It was such a good feel because if I had bet that, I would have been rich, probably. Who knows? I'm sure there's a bet you can place like on how many homers are going to be hit in that game. But yeah, and what's even cool though too is the home run derby is actually really good, like a really good competition for like an all-star type of event. Like, we've tried many times to make the Pro Bowl competitive. It never will be. At least in baseball, it is. Basketball, too, also. But I think the home run derby is like the best, like, single person show off their skill type of event that's at any all-star event. Like, better than the skills challenge in the NBA, way better than the dunk contest in the NBA. That's a shame. That's like the home run derby. If they would truly have to mess it up to make it not great, because it's just so good. It's great to see baseball's top talents hitting a ball as far as they can. And by the way, these also aren't just like some nobody like players that do this, right? It's not like the NBA where they get like some nobody on the freaking Minnesota Timberwolves dunk or do this many attempts to nail a couple dunks that are just okay. No, I mean, you got Juan Soto, Julio Rodriguez, Pete Alonso, Albert Pujols, Kyle Schwarber, heavy hitters, popular players in Major League Baseball that are willing to do it. And if you haven't seen it too, like, they're having so much fun when they're doing it, because it's I guess it's just the energy and I feel like baseball players, like, they still have that youth in them that they can have a lot of fun with. You always see like a seriousness in every athlete in every sport, and you have to remember that you're playing a child's game, right? A kid's game, a sport. But I feel like baseball players kind of let that inner child out more than like football or basketball players. They just kind of do. I don't know why, but they have that personality where like they'll let that inner child out. And when you get the home run derby, you just get a ton of that. Guys just having fun. I mean, especially like if you're like in the home run derby and you're a competitor, you're like, who's going to be your pitcher? Who's going to throw you the ball? And you're like, oh, my dad or my uncle or, my friend or whatever. It's like, oh, yeah, well, like now you see of why they have so much fun. I don't know. It's just like that whole vibe was a very fun vibe. And I think it also had to do with everybody was in great weather in LA. It's just like, this is perfect. I mean, why have it anywhere else but like, don't have it in like Cleveland or like Milwaukee, or unless it's like in a dome. But like, if you want to have a good sunset, a good vibe, a good like outdoor event, that this was a perfect place to have it was Dodger Stadium, and I'm so happy that it was there. It was actually a very fun watch too. I haven't been watching the most recent home run derbies or all-star games, but this was actually very fun to watch, and I actually didn't regret tuning in. It was a lot of fun. One of my friends gave me an idea this past week about an idea I could do on the podcast. Now, it's not going to be exactly what he said. just because I'm kind of late and I was busy and I didn't have enough time to put this together. But it was it was along the lines of like, what do you actually believe? Like, go through a list of animals that you believe that you could actually win in a fight. Could you beat up, a wolf, or could you beat up a mountain lion? And I'm gonna give you some of my, like a 10 animal list, and I'm gonna give you my honest thoughts of if I could beat up this animal. And I'm gonna talk myself, my game plan, how I would do it. I'll do this. I'll start with the name of the animal, and then I'll give you my spiel on how I would defeat this animal if I think that I could defeat it in a 1v1 combat to the death. And by the way, I wouldn't actually fight any of these or kill any of these animals for sport or for fun. This is going to be in a situation where it is literally my life or this animal's life, and I am in dire need. This is my last resort. I have no other options to continue my life unless I defeat this animal. So, like, if you're going to be like, this guy hates animals, this guy is an animal abuser, that's bullshit, because I'm literally painting you a scenario that it's either me or the animal in this situation, all right? I don't want to hear any bullshit like, call Pete on this motherfucker because he said he would roundhouse kick a cat, all right? That's not, just shut up, all right? I've given you the scenario, right? This is to the death. This is either me or the cat or the animal, whatever, it doesn't matter. All right, get the list out. This should be fun. When I was thinking about it, when he explained it to me, I'm like, actually, this could be pretty fun. This could be pretty cool. This is a good idea. So shout out to my buddy right there. All right. So I just got this list that I saw on the internet. It's not like a official list, but I looked at the animals and I was like, oh, this could be pretty cool. I think I could, we'll see. We'll see. We'll go from 10 to 1. How's that? We'll go from 10 to 1. 10 sharks. Specifically, it doesn't say specifically which one, but I'm going to go with the great white shark. Why not? The great white shark. Could I beat up a great white shark? Well, knowing that a shark can only swim forward, and I can swim in many directions simultaneously at the same time, I can swim diagonally. Could a shark do that? Probably not. I can certainly swim backwards. It won't kill me if I do that. The shark has gills. I could easily just punch the shit out of the gills and they would I guess breathe. Die. I could also just cup the gills with my hands and they wouldn't be able to breathe. I would suffocate the bastard. He does have sharp teeth, so I feel like, mine aren't as sharp, so I feel like I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage. He also has a really gigantic mouth, so if I mess up, if I mess up once, I think I'm dead, But again, the motherfucker can't even fucking swim backwards. What a bitch, right? What a poorly designed animal. What were you thinking? The bitch can't even swim backwards. I can, and I'm not even supposed to be in the water. I'm not meant for the water. I'm a human being. I can't. I'm not supposed to be in water. This motherfucker is, and he can't swim backwards. Or can he not? He also, I think sharks can't also be flipped upside down, right? Because they would just fucking die, I think, or be disoriented and just sit there until they're flipped over. Honestly, this motherfucker thinks he's so high and mighty because, he had one good movie that everybody thinks he's all big and bad. Well, I'm here to tell you, shark. I'm gonna use my thumbs to flip you over, and I'll use my hands as well to suffocate you with the gills. If I really have to, I will. So yeah, I think I could beat up a shark, no problem. Honestly, truthfully, there's no way a great white shark, is gonna beat me. No way, no way, no how. I really don't think so. Maybe if he gets lucky, right? He has to. He can only bite me, right? I could punch, I could kick, I could stab. Yeah, I could also bite too, but this motherfucker can only, bite. I mean, I have much more better combos than just bite. Piece of shit shark. So yeah, I'm gonna go like I could defeat this shark. Yeah, easily. Pretty easily. If I could get like a good, if I could grab onto his fin and just like bite that bitch off, and then he's like no longer aerodynamic, right? Like he'll just like he'll flip over or something like that, and then I'll have him in my my hands, and I'll just like punch him in his gills, punch his fucking nose, pull out his teeth, beat his eyes out. I'll pull him backwards so he'll like seize up and like get paralyzed because he's in the motion of going backwards, and I'll probably like fuck up with his fucking head. Yeah, easy. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. Fuck this shark. Great white shark. Fuck you. I can beat you. Elephant. Now I'm gonna go with like a bull elephant, like a male with tusks. I've been thinking about this. If I had to fight to the death an elephant because my life was in danger and I had no other option, by the way, this is not for sport. This is because I have no other option. I would actually rip this motherfucker's ears off and then like also like break off his tusk and stab him right through his fucking heart with that, because this motherfucker, like, he just moves his head and then those things are considered weapons. But if I was to rip off a tusk and stab him with it, it's game over, right? Those things can't be in there that fucking tight. No fucking way. I've seen fucking deer like break off antlers all the time. And this bitch is okay because he's that big. What has he got? Size on me? Whatever. I could just like literally like roll under his legs and like punch his nuts, and then he'll be on the ground. Then boom, that's it. It's over. I'll fucking Legolas that bitch. No, I don't. Easily elephant, like that's child's play. I got that guy. That bitch is dead. Sure is dead. If I had to, again, if I had to, I'm not saying that I would or I want to, but if I had to, if it was me or the elephant, you best believe that I'm gonna take that bitch out. All right, moving on. Number 8. What do we got here? Hippopotamus. All right, this is like a smaller elephant with like no weapons. The bitch, this guy only has a mouth too. This is like a shark, but it's on land. A giant mouth, fat body. Like honestly, he can't even beat me in a race, right? He's so fat. He looks like he's like got poor. Well, I don't know. Like, it might be hard to tip this guy over because he's not very tall like an elephant. So he's got a kind of like he's got a tough center of gravity on him. So he's got that. So I probably can't like, tip him over and like, wail on his ass. But like, this one might be tough though. I'm gonna give one to the animal kingdom right now. I'm gonna say the hippopotamus can beat my ass because I assume that these guys, are quicker than they look. That they're angrier than they, look. These aren't like the hungry hippo type of hippos. These are actually, pretty angry boys. They look like they could actually, fuck me up. So I'm going to go, I'll give this one to the hippos. But the shark and the elephant, no chance. But hippos, yeah, I think that these guys are meaner than they look. They look like they're pissed off. They look like the elephant gets all the attention. What the fuck about us? They got that kind of like, they got that like, that I've been bullied a lot my entire life type of anger. That if I were to step, if I, caught, if one of these caught me and they're having a mood, the elephant's like all the girls and all that I would just, I would have it. He would be like, I would be no more. So I'm going to give it that to the hippo because I don't think that I could actually, beat that. Because again, they just look angrier than ever. The angriest animal that I've seen in a while, like on this list so far. The next one's going to be a bug. It's called, I can't even pronounce this. It's tsetse flies. Tsetse flies. Tsetse fly. I don't really know what that is. Let's see. Why are these on this list? Kill humans by resulting in infection, probable fatal. Okay, obviously, dude, I could just squash this motherfucker and I'd win, right? This motherfucker has to actually bite me. If I'm fighting this fly to the death, there's no way I'm gonna let him land on me and bite me. There's just no chance. Like, I'm gonna be so, prepared and so ready that this guy will have no chance. I could swat him out of the sky with my hand and then squash him like a bug with my foot. Easy. That was too easy. The next one, number 6, another bug. Kissing bugs. I guess they bite humans on the face, like close to their lips, and then they are poisonous. This motherfucker actually is like an assassin, because he'll like get you in your sleep. I don't think that's fair, because what did I do to you? I'm just sleeping. But like, yeah, I mean, this guy's he's kind of a piece of shit. I would think that I wouldn't I'd beat that bitch up if it was a fair fight. Yeah, no question about it. Fuck that kissing bug. Fuck you, bitch. You'd be dead within a minute. I'd step on you. Meet my shoe. Meet the bottom of my shoe. Splat. Up next, number 5, crocodiles. Finally, a worthy opponent. Again, another just big old mouth, right? You ain't gonna beat me when I have fists and feet and knees and also a mouth. You're just not gonna beat me up. You can only go forward. I can jump on your head and crack your skull, like crocodile. You don't want a piece of me, honestly. Like you're just not going to cause that much damage. I'm sorry. So yeah, easy. Like crocodile, no chance. The motherfucker needs to like actually bite me for him to beat me. And if I'm too quick, like you're not gonna win. It's simple as that. Freshwater snails, number 4. Why are these on these lists? Like, who made this stupid list? Why are they so dangerous? Why are they so deadly? Let me find out why. Let's see. I guess it gives you they give you a parasitic infection. Dude, I can sprinkle salt on you and you be dead. Honestly, you probably never even experienced salt. You will one day, motherfucker, and you will regret meeting me. Again, this is if I had to murder this snail, if this snail was about to, end my life, you best believe I'd bring out the salt. And then you would never know it was coming. You'd be like, oh, what's this, snow? I'm melting. I'm dissolving. Number 3, dogs/wolves. All right, I've actually thought about this quite a bit. I could literally beat up any dog. If a dog was going to come after me, I could beat that dog up. I mean, sure, another animal with a bite, or just a big mouth, right? Like what? Dogs aren't known for like clawing their prey. They're just known for biting them. I mean, you would have to bite me in the right spot, and hopefully that I would just give up. But I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna say you're not that accurate with your mouth. You're not just gonna. I'm also taller than you, so you have to jump onto me to get to my neck. But I have fists and I have knees and feet that I can just kick the shit out of you. No, there's no way a wolf is gonna beat me. Now, if it was one wolf, no chance. But if you're gonna cheat and get in a pack of wolves, I mean, fights off. Sorry, that's just cheating. Ain't gonna happen. I'm calling off the fight. Number 2, snakes. All right, I actually might give it to these guys. Snakes, for me, are actually kind of a fear. Like, I have a fear just the way that snakes move. Like, for like some reason in my brain, I can't comprehend how they even get around because they have no legs. When I see them move, I start to freak out because I just don't like the way that they slither and how they can cover so much ground, especially like the black mamba that's a fast as fuck snake that could like literally like bolt, like yards. Like, it's so quick. like that motherfucker is gonna be on me so quickly, and he's so slick and slithery that I really have no option, right, but to just die, I guess. But I would give it a fight for its money. I would absolutely break his entire body in half with my hands. I'd rip his head off, and but if I couldn't, if he was too slimy, or if he's too quick, right? These motherfuckers are pretty fast. I think because I'm terrified, like I'm legit terrified of snakes. I think this guy's got me. So I'm gonna give another one to the animal kingdom right here. I do believe that a snake will beat my ass up. Again, I would put up a pretty good fight, but like I don't think that I'm walking out of that arena alive. I think it's gonna be very, very tough. But yeah, I'm gonna give that one to the snakes. I feel like that I don't really have a choice on that. Not a choice, but I don't really feel like I could do it. Moving on. Last one is lame as shit, as always. It's the last one is number one, a mosquito. Like, are you fucking kidding me? A tiny. Well, you know what? I get bit by mosquitoes quite a bit. Like, if I'm ever outside, or if I'm like grilling on the barbecue, or just like hanging out outside, I tend to get bitten by mosquitoes quite a bit. It's actually kind of like alarming of how much I get bit. I mean, if one of these things had like West Nile or malaria, I might be done. Cause like, there's a lot of them, Shoot, and like, you don't even like really know like when a mosquito's on you. So, I mean, just his sheer nature of being like so light, and not being able to detect where he is. I mean, like he's kind of cheating, but it's like that's just how he is, So I think with this one, I might have to. You know what? Fuck that. Nah, mosquito's not gonna beat me because I'm gonna fucking swat him before he even sticks his needle in me. There's no shot that this guy's got anything on me. I am man. I'm mankind. There's no way. You know what? That last one was pretty lame. I'm gonna get some off the top of my head what I think that I can beat up. Easily. Black bear. No shot a black bear is gonna beat me. That bitch is a clumsy giant that I could just punch the shit out of and jump around, even get on him. I could probably suffocate a bear, to be honest with you. Like a black bear, easily I would kill a black bear. A cat. Yeah, I could beat up a cat. Yeah. No. Easily. Like the cat. Like, you just kick him, punt him. Like, people don't know that. Just because he's a cat. Like, yeah. You shouldn't kick a cat. But what if that cat is trying to murder you? He's trying to kill you. Like, he has a vendetta against you. He wants you dead. It's either you or him. I mean, yeah. Anybody can beat up a cat. We just don't do it. Right? Like, it's definitely possible. You don't want to do it. The cat, yeah, easily. Like that's easy. A jellyfish. That pussy ass fish. No way that bitch beats me. No way. For one, because I will just dodge his little fucking hairs or his tentacles, whatever the fuck he has. There's stingers. I can just dodge that and then just cut him in half with a fucking knife. And, just easy. He's like jelly, right? Is he just like, squishy on the top? Just like hit him hard enough and he'd fucking, split in half and he's dead. Easy. Siberian tiger. Oh, man. See, this is where I get, I get hesitant with the big cats because they also have claws. And, they're very, athletic. But I am too. But the thing is with these guys, I feel like I would stand no shot. I would give it my all. I would definitely fuck them up. But, like, Am I beating up? Am I going to win against a Siberian tiger? I don't think I am, to be honest with you. I think that these guys are just too much bigger than I am. And they clearly are like super great hunters. They'll just fucking just beat me up, kill me, in fact. So I think that, I hate to admit this, but I think that I might lose to a Siberian tiger just because of how massive these guys are and how quick that they can move. And, I feel like I could try, but I'm not going to get through that pelt. That fur. It's not going to work. And their bite strength and their agility and their pure strength is just crazy. I might have to give it to the tiger. I know I'm being a bitch here, but like I just can't see myself destroying a tiger if I had to face a tiger. So I'll give you that one, Animal Kingdom. You get that one. Lion, dude, a lion's kind of a pussy, honestly. Like he wants to be as big and bad as a Siberian tiger, but he's just not. He just has a lot of hair. Easily could beat up a lion. No shot. They're all growl, I think, the lions, especially the male lions. The only people that they actually kill are their fucking young. Like they're kind of pussies. They're kind of just like, they're just kind of weak, I think. So male lion, for sure, I'll beat that bitch up. I'll just hit him in the nuts and he'll just go fucking run away. Or just pull out his fucking hair. I would get on his back and just tug on the fucking hair, and then he would just fucking puss out and just run away because he's a bitch. He's just a diva. I feel like the male lion is, while he looks very cool, he's probably just a diva because he has the best hair in the animal kingdom. So yeah, he's a bitch. I could easily beat up a male lion, easily, dude. People have been posting. I've seen this video of like this guy backing away from a mountain lion on a trail like somewhere in the wilderness. And the mountain lion's like a little, like a not even that big, but like this guy's like backing away like a pussy. But I'm thinking like, dude, I could beat up a mountain lion easily. Those things are like, they're not as big as you think. They're kind of small. They're kind of bitches. Like I could easily choke one of those motherfuckers out. Easily, that one's dead. A coyote is another popular one. I could destroy a coyote. There's no way that any coyote is going to beat me in a fight. No fucking way. Impossible. Those things are too small. They have this reputation of being sly and slick and cool. There's no way a coyote is going to beat me. A bald eagle, bro. No chance. No bird is going to beat me. I would just fucking defeather it and then, make him a real bald eagle easily. I'll rip off his wings. Feather by feather, that bitch has nothing. I mean, really. I mean, what is he going to use? His feet? He can't fucking kill me with feet. It's bullshit. So bald eagle, out of the question. No way I'm losing to the bald eagle. Last one I'll do. Maybe second to last one. No, last one I'll do. Grizzly bear. I've thought a lot about this. You know me, I've always copped out and said, well, if I have a sword, I could easily beat up a grizzly bear. Easily. That bitch is, they're not very smart. I am. But if it was just, nothing, just me and my, fists, I honestly think that I would give a grizzly bear a run for its money. Honestly. And this is if I have to, right? If I'm a man possessed with wanting to live and get past this bear, I would definitely scar him up. But, weight classes are a thing for a reason. And if that bitch weighs like 800 to 1,000 pounds and is that quick and that low to the ground with that center of gravity and that mean and those claws and all that body fat without a sword, I think I give him a run for his money, but I don't make it out. And I will give you that one, Animal Kingdom. I will give you that one because, there's a reason why bears were so feared back in colonial days and back in the days of Lewis and Clark and discovering the frontier, which was known as America, and they were so feared, and like say, don't go that way because there's a grizzly bear there. Because these things were like tanks. They could take musket rounds, they could take bullets, and they would just come at you, and those shots would just make them more and more pissed off at you. So the bear is the ultimate killing machine in terms of what it uses to kill its prey and what it can use. Sure, pure I need to eat, but also pure strength, pure brutality, pure anger, in most cases, territorial, and just flat out, just mean, right? I have to give that one to the animal kingdom because that's like a walking tank. Those things kill moose, and moose are fucking huge. So yeah, I guess I'd have to give that one to the animal kingdom. Without a sword. If I had a sword, that bitch would be dead. But I'm putting in the scenario of no sword. So yeah, I think a grizzly bear would definitely kill me. And that's it. That's all I wanted to do. That's it. I feel like I covered enough today. That's going to be the end of this episode, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Remember, you could find this podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and YouTube at Intelligent Moron with Alex Silva. And you could rate, review, subscribe, like, share, thumbs up, whatever you want to do. Leave me a DM in my social media that is in the description of every podcast. If you want me to discuss a topic or want me to discuss something, and I'll think about it. If it's show worthy, I'll put it in, and we'll go from there. And leave a review again. Give me some feedback. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I will see you guys next week.